How to integrate and call external .NET APIs from Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central using AL code and a custom .NET service. Welcome to our Business Central API integration training. By the end of this training, you will understand the architecture for .NET API integration in BC, learn to create a .NET API endpoint for BC, discover using HttpClient, HTTP content, and JSON in AL. Explore a real-world example of API consumption in BC. Here are the key techniques for integrating APIs. Using HttpClient and HTTP request message for API calls. How to use. Utilize HttpClient and HTTP request message in AL. Actions. Set up authentication headers and content types. Parsing and consuming JSON responses effectively. How to parse. Handle JSON responses from external services. Actions. Implement error handling and debug API responses. Real-time demo. Making a post request. How to demonstrate. Make a post request to an external .NET API. Actions. Follow along in a real-time demo. Let's look at a real-world application of these concepts. A microfinance institution uses a .NET API for credit scores. Pause and consider. How does this API enhance our loan approval process? Your action should be: integrate the API to retrieve customer credit scores. Now let's recap what you learned. Securely integrate external .NET APIs into BC. Utilize HttpClient for RESTful API calls. Enhance automation and data access in Business Central. Ensure proper error handling for stable connections. Start integrating external APIs in your Business Central projects today. Follow DevDen for more tutorials. Subscribe and visit our site for templates, code snippets, and API guides. Join the DevDen community to stay ahead in BC development. Thank you for participating in our Business Central API integration training.